Here we go. I hope and I pray to the Lord above or the devil down below, whichever you pray to, that you are buckled up and you are ready to go, because we are in the car. I don't know how to drive. We are speeding down a highway, and on the side of the road, right there in plain view, you see now entering At Home with James, population you. I am James, you are you. We are here for another star-studded, dazzling edition of this show, happening right here live and in living color by way of the information superhighway that the kids call the internet. I'm James, you are you. We are here. Did I say that yet? I feel like I'm tinkering with a new intro, and I've thrown myself off course. I didn't talk about the date, the time, but I was thinking about that. I was in the shower the other day, naked, thinking about, why do I always give the date? Does it contribute anything to the gosh darn intro? Does the time matter? What am I trying to do? Am I emulating some type of radio DJ? On some level, I am. This is all this is what you've walked into in my little fantasy world. COVID happened. I thought, now's the time I can have myself a little radio show. But it's not a radio show. It's live on the internet where you can watch it. So right now you're here, you're watching me, and you're basically seeing my dreams come true. It's like a Make-A-Wish kid, but without the illness. It's just the wish. That's what you're dealing with right now. I'll say it again. I am James, you are you. We are here. Another jam-packed edition of this show. Now I got a hair on my tongue. Look at this thing. This is part of my beard. I'm going to tell you something. Before the show, I was chatting with a couple people, and they said to me, you make out with a guy who has a beard, your chin gets all irritated. So I'm here to tell you, I'm sorry, ladies. This thing ain't going anywhere. Let's face it. If a woman asked me to shave my beard for her, I would. But I'd bargain with her. I'd say, can I keep a mustache? Can I have some mutton chops? Then I would do it. And then she'd dump me. And then I'd feel resentful. Months later, I'd be walking down the street talking to Dave. He'd be pushing his baby in a carriage. I'd say, I shaved my beard for this woman. And then she dumps me. It would probably be around July or August. That's primo dumping time for little cutie right here, the handsome devil, James Allen McGee. On tonight's show, much later on, we have a first-time guest. Now, I don't want to say too much, but this person's name is Mike D'Amico. Now, if you want a straight shooter, someone who walks the straight and narrow, this is the guy. Mike D'Amico makes his at-home debut later on. Also on tonight's show, we've got, by way of British Columbia, a land far away where it is only supper time. And of course, by supper time, I mean 10 after 6. Racquel Belmonte is here. Now, earlier, Racquel Belmonte said, I got this idea for what I want to do on your show. Send me a message. Said, I want to send you some cartoon characters that awokened my sexual thoughts. And I thought, this direct message is making me uncomfortable. I read it in the Metro. I was sitting in one of the single seats, and I looked back to make sure that there wasn't another single seat facing me. I didn't want people to see that I'm getting these potentially hot DMs. I'll say this too. I have never received a hot direct message in my life, and don't do it. I don't want it, especially when I'm on the Metro, because I get on it. I'm not going to tell you what my Metro is either, because I don't want any internet cyber stalkers stalking me IRL in real life. For the moms and the dads watching out there in their 50s and 60s and maybe their 70s, for the ones in the 80s, rest in peace. Also on tonight's show, he wasn't here last week because he was trapped in a closet. Conor Rose is back. He will be joining us in just a matter of moments. And let's get something out here right now. I'm fired up. I'm feeling feisty. If you got your damn bingo card, I think that's one of the squares. I'm going to tell you something. I'm not happy about that bingo card. That bingo card is disparaging, but this is just the type of guy I am. I give everyone the bingo card that makes fun of James. This should just be called the Make Fun of James show. No one else gets the name of the damn show right. James, are you still doing James Live? No, I never did James Live. You still doing James at Home? No, that's not the name of the damn show either. I'm very lucky. I'm going to tell you this right now. I am very lucky that the D word is not on my swear jar list. Otherwise, I would be $1 deep in debt right now. I'd owe myself money. Let me engage with the chat right now. I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. It's not lively. I'll tell you what, it's not lively. This is not a lively chat, but where the chat is not lively, I am compensating by what might be the best intro I've ever given on this whole show. I might cancel the rest of the guests because I'm on fire right now, and there's no doubt about it. And this is how confident I am. I don't need a chat. I don't need a girlfriend. I don't need family to tell me, James, you're doing a great job. James, I know you're doing a great job. Signed, James. Let's get the damn show started. Otherwise, this show is going to just, end real late. Nobody needs that. And this show's going too long as it is these days. I got to really clean my act up. But like Christina said, I'm too dirty to clean my act up because if you ain't dirty, you ain't here to party. Let's welcome a guest who is known to dabble in the dirty. He is Conor Rose. Conor, how's it going, buddy? Conor? Oh no. Conor, you're by the looks of things, you're still trapped in the closet.
Yeah, hey James. Been
How's it
stuck in here.
going?
Oh, could be better.
Yeah, so help me understand. You're in your closet.
Yeah, been here for like over a week now.
But why can't you get out?
I didn't realize what this closet door like locks. It locks from the outside.
Okay, but let's just try to problem solve here. How are you communicating with me right now? Are you using a phone? Are you using a computer?
It's a good question, James. So, as you know, my phone died. It died while I was trying to send you my Valentine's Day message.
Which was very nice. Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Uh, so it died, and then I was like panicking. I was like, how am I going to communicate with the outside world? And then, like, I was so lucky. I found my old laptop. You
Your
know,
old what?
I found my old laptop in the back of my closet.
Mm-hmm. And it still works.
Yeah. And there's a
Okay,
plug
so
and a charger and everything.
you know how you're talking to me right now? Well, you can talk to somebody, maybe, a friend or your parents about getting you out of the closet, right?
I have, James. Here's the thing. My parents are in lockdown right now. I've been emailing with them. They're like not allowed to leave the house because of COVID. And so they reached out to our family locksmith, but he's still in Florida. Like he's
You
on,
have a family locksmith?
yeah, Mr. Bruno.
Now, is Bruno his first or last name?
It's his last name.
What's his first name?
Hmm. It never occurred to me to ask. He's always just been Mr. Bruno to us.
All right, so your locksmith, Mr. Bruno, your family locksmith, he's in Florida on vacation. So he's
Right.
broken lockdown rules.
Yeah, he's a snowbird, James.
Sure.
So he's very controversially gone to Florida for the winter.
He has controversially gone to Florida.
Yeah.
All right, so there's no one else you can get in touch with to get you out of your closet?
Well, like, I mean, there's Cordelia, but I don't know, James.
Well, what's going on with Cordelia, Conor?
Well, like I said in my message on Valentine's Day, like, she doesn't believe in Valentine's Day. And, like, she was kind of like, I'm not going to spend Valentine's Day with you, Connor. You're not my boyfriend.
Okay, so if I may, it sounds like that Cordelia is someone that we can define as a bit of a denier, denies the validity of Valentine's Day, denies the validity of COVID-19. I'm
Yeah.
going to tell you something, Conor. I don't know if I like the cut of Cordelia's jib.
Yeah, well, James, I like agree with you, and I was like, if I'm gonna lose my virginity to someone, like I'm gonna want them to be my girlfriend, and I'm
Sure.
gonna want them to like believe in Valentine's Day.
I think that's very, very sweet.
But here's the thing, James. She's been like sending me like naughty photos on email.
No, okay, so she's been emailing you naughty photos.
Yeah.
Well, how naughty are we talking here on a scale of 1 to 10 Jameses? 1 James being the least naughty, 10 Jameses being the most. Are you sinking further into your closet?
It's actually quite roomy, James. Like you'd be surprised. Like there's enough room for me to lie down in here and have like a good night's sleep.
Well, I would hope if you've been there for a week, you've been sleeping comfortably.
Yeah.
What have you been using the coats?
I've been using the coats. There's some duffel bags back here. There's
Duffel bags? What do you mean? What do you do with those?
well, James, like that's what the reason I came in here was because I was looking for my soccer cleats because soccer season's about to start up again. And all my like sports equipment is back here.
Mm-hmm. Can I
Um,
just say I have a very difficult time imagining you playing soccer?
James, I'm a really good player.
I would, you know what, Connor? I'd love to see you play if soccer season is able to start. You'll see me in the stands with a big sign. You know what? Maybe I'll get 4 of my friends and we'll all paint the letters of your name on our chest. We'll lift our shirts up. CONOR.
Oh my God, James, nothing would make me happier. Like, I don't have a lot of support from anyone in my family for my choice to play soccer. So, like, to
Your
have
family doesn't support your choice to play soccer?
no, they think it's too dangerous, James.
Soccer? All right. So look, let's circle back. You've been getting naughty pictures emailed to you. How
James,
naughty are they on a scale of 1 to 10 Jameses?
mm, I'm gonna say like an 11.
Okay, so this is the first time that the scale has ever been shattered. You have broken the scale 11 Jameses out of 10.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, how did the pictures make you feel?
James, don't make me think about it.
I'm not asking you to think about it. I'm asking, when I say how do they make you feel, I'm asking because it seems like she doesn't believe in COVID. She doesn't believe in Valentine's Day. That's what I mean. How do they make you feel in terms of getting these pictures from someone that you have some type of feeling towards, but also seem to be a little resistant due to their other opinions? That's what I mean. I'm not asking you to think about certain things.
Okay, good. Um, yeah, it makes me feel very conflicted because, like, I really like looking at those pictures.
Yeah.
And
Well, it's a good thing you found the laptop.
yeah, tell me about it. So it makes me feel like I don't know what to do because I'm like, Cordelia, stop. I told you, like, I'm not gonna be your, if you're not gonna be my girlfriend, I'm not gonna keep interacting with you. And then she sends me them and then she's like, do you want me to send another one, Connor? And I'm like, yes, please. Like she just
Right.
makes me feel weak.
Right. Look, that, yeah, of course, sometimes feelings have a tendency to be a little bit like a roller coaster, right? We go through ups and we go through downs. And certainly, it sounds like you're getting some stimulating content.
Yeah.
Well, so what's your next move?
Well, I mean, I can't move very far for now, but um I don't know, James.
Well, how about this? How about I ask you a question? What feels truthful to you? What's a truthful move that you can make? What in your heart tells you this is the right pathway to go down? This is maybe a wrong pathway to go down.
James, before I answer that, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Like when you lost your virginity, were you girlfriend and boyfriend?
Yes.
And did she believe in Valentine's Day?
Did she believe in Valentine's Day? You know what? I'm going to say now, yeah, I think correctly that she believed in Valentine's Day. Yes. I'm going to say
And she
yes.
would like so she would like go out with you in public and like wasn't embarrassed to be with you.
No, she was not embarrassed to be with me. Maybe eventually.
And like how did you know like what made you decide that she was going to be the one?
Well, I guess we had mutual feelings for each other. We there was some mutual respect. There was a connection.
Hmm. And did she ever show you naughty pictures?
No.
Yeah. I mean, after talking to you just now, I feel like the right thing to do might be to like say, Cordelia, I really want you to stop sending me. Oh, James, I can't do it.
Well, it sounds like every time you think about having to send that email, you're just thinking about the other emails.
Yeah, well, I'm like, every time I write the word stop sending me the pictures, I regret saying that.
Okay, well, we've got a comment in the chat right now from Sid Rock. He's calling Cordelia not only a temptress, but, quote, a stiffy temptress. Do you feel like she's being a temptress? Wow, your neck just disappeared.
James, tell Sid that's like very accurate description of Cordelia.
Well, I think you just did tell him.
Sid. Yeah, what was the question?
There wasn't a question. I was saying it sounds like that she might be a stiffy temptress.
Definitely a stiffy temptress. Hey James, that could be her nickname for us.
For you and me. So just what
Yeah.
you and me call her, kind of like a code word.
Yeah, ST.
STC. Cordelia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what, at the risk of somebody marking off James gives Conor bad advice on the at-home bingo card, I would suggest this. If I were in your position, I would say, Cordelia, I really like talking to you, but I have to be honest, when you say that you're not interested in taking further steps with me in terms of building a relationship, makes me feel bad. Mixed signals. What is it that you're hoping to achieve from this?
Okay. I
Well,
think
how does that sound? And you know what? Make it your own. Use your own words.
that sounds like a really good advice, James. I just hope I can be strong enough to go through with it. Also, there's something other piece of information that's going to complicate things.
What's that?
Well, last time I was at the laundromat, I left a bag of mine there and it has a copy of my house key in it.
Wait, so Cordelia has a copy of your house key?
Which means she could be maybe the only one who can get me out of this closet.
Well, it sounds like she's in lockdown. Did you mention that or no? I'm
No.
mistaken. You said your parents are in lockdown, but you know what? I think I'd be willing to lend a hand.
James, really?
I think, yeah, I think so. But it
You-
depends. Look, if you would like for Cordelia to come let you out, just let me know. And I'll be happy to take the foot off the pedal.
No, James. I'm choosing friendship. Cordelia's not good for me. She doesn't treat me well. She's mean to my heart. And you have been there for me this whole time.
All right. So
You're my best
how
friend,
yeah, so how about
and I
this?
love you.
Well, that's very nice. Thank you.
You can help me get out of this closet.
Yes. So what I can do is I can try to get in touch with perhaps a variety of locksmiths who can get into the apartment, and then we can get in there and try to open up the closet after that.
That would be so fantastic. And then we could go for coffee.
Sure, yeah. I don't know if we're gonna find any coffee around town the way that you make it, but
No, probably not. I could make some here while you're here.
oh, you're gonna make a Conor brew.
Yeah.
And would you like to remind people how you make coffee?
1 teaspoon of ground coffee in a jug of water. Leave for overnight 24 hours. And then you have a cup.
Right. So it's a real slow brew.
Yeah,
Do
24
you add,
hours.
do you add milk or sugar to that?
Yeah, James.
Okay. Well, Conor, how about this? How about I get in touch with you after the show and we coordinate how we can break you out of the closet that you trapped yourself in while trying to look for your soccer cleats?
That would sound absolutely fabulous. In the meantime, I'm going to start composing that email.
Okay, that's great. Well, Conor, look, I don't usually do this, but I have another guest coming on in just a moment. Would you like to stick around and meet them?
Oh, absolutely, James. Jeez, I haven't seen anybody in so long.
Well, yeah, that's why I thought, you know what, why don't we kind of make this into a bit of a social evening for you? Have you talked to anyone except for me?
No, I used all my phone power for the poem I sent you, and then just emails and stuff.
Connor,
Who's
you're a
your
great
best
guy.
friend?
You're a
Oh,
great guy, Connor. You're a great guy, and I want you to meet more great people because you deserve it.
thanks, James. What's his name?
Well, let's get into that, folks. I'm James. This is Conor Rose. We are about to welcome our next guest. She is coming to us from British Columbia. Let us welcome Racquel Belmonte. Hi, Racquel. How's it going?
Hello, I'm good. How are you? Oh, hi, Connor.
Hi.
I'm a big fan. This is gonna sound insane. I'm gonna sound crazy, but every time I watch the show and you're on it, you're my favorite part by far. You're great, and I'm rooting for you.
Oh, you're talking to James, right?
No, I'm talking to you. I
Thank
think.
you.
Oh, no, yeah, no. Thank you.
I'm a really big fan too.
Oh, thanks, thanks. I do nothing. I do not. I'm nothing.
You're
I'm
really
nothing.
beautiful.
Sorry.
You're really beautiful.
Oh, thank you. you
That's-
you are handsome as well. Or as well? You are handsome. You are
Yeah.
nice looking also.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh, thank you. What are you having for dinner?
um Good question. My brother's I live at home with my family, so my brother's making dinner tonight. It smells good. It smells like it's gonna be pasta.
Oh, I love pasta.
Oh, cool. That's
Connor,
awesome.
Connor, how do you make pasta?
Uh, well, you take a bowl and you put water in it, and then you take the pasta so that it's equal level to the water, and then you put it in the microwave and you press 2 minutes, and then it's like comes out perfect.
You
The
have a
water,
button that says 2 minutes?
yeah.
I guess the microwaves have that. Each number
Yeah, sure.
represents the
Yeah.
number minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's awesome. I'm gonna try that. I will try that. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah. Raquel loves pasta.
I have a pasta tattoo on my hand, so that just really solidifies
Oh, you have
that.
a tattoo?
I
Connor,
got a
do you,
bunch.
do you have any ink, Connor?
No,
No, you should consider it.
Yeah,
Tattoos
what
are cool.
yeah, what
no,
type of tattoo would you get, Connor, if you could get some ink?
um, like probably like something to like represent strength because I'm pretty strong. Like, I'm a pretty strong guy.
That's awesome. Oh, wow. Yeah. Well, when you get the tattoo, let me know.
Raquel,
Yeah.
maybe I can call you or like and
Well,
let you
like,
know. Like,
sorry, I interrupted you. I was just gonna say I don't usually give my phone number out to people right
Yeah,
away.
yeah,
oh yeah,
on the air, by the way.
Yeah,
yeah.
but you can add me on Instagram or Facebook, as as
Okay,
long as yeah.
And
yeah.
Connor, you don't want a phone number. Everyone talks online now.
Yeah, it all went
Yeah,
online.
yeah. Sorry, I've been in this closet as you may have heard. Like
Yeah.
my brain's not working. That's what I meant. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
And
add me. Add me.
this is the thing, Connor. Your phone's dead anyways. So you have the internet. You can send a message.
yeah, I'll send a message a PM.
Oh, private message. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
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 I would love that. This is great. Look at us, James. You've connected two wonderful people. This might be one of the best friendships I've ever had.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
see. Only time will tell.
More, yeah.
Or
Okay,
what?
well, Connor, yeah. I
Right.
thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm so glad you got to meet Raquel, and I will send you a message. I will send you a PM to figure out how we can get you out of your closet, Connor.
James, that would be so great. Raquel, it was
Yeah.
absolute pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet
Um,
you.
I look forward to communicating with you in the future. I hope that your pasta dinner is delicious and like you know, maybe one day we can share a bowl or like talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get to that point. Connor, thank you for not thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Connor.
My
Thank you.
pleasure. My pleasure.
I look forward to your PM.
James, I haven't felt this good being in this closet for all week.
Soon enough, you're going to be out of it. Hmm?
Wow.
Connor,
Thanks, guys.
thanks and have a good night.
Bye. Mwah.
Racquel.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, Racquel, I think you're going to have a lot of PMs.
Should I not have done that?
You should do whatever you want to do with your life.
Well, that's the thing is I don't know Connor on a personal level. Is this going to be like an overboard wall of PMs? Is this what this is going to be?
You know what? I don't know what Connor's private message habits are. I'm sure it's fine.
But like Connor's cute.
Connor's
cute.
Connor is a little cutie.
Yeah. Let's see what happens.
I'll
Thank
tell you what though, I'm worried that he's going to show up with a tattoo next week.
That wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? You made it sound like it was like a concerning thing.
Well, I'm only a little concerned that he's going to make a rash decision. That's what concerns me.
Oh, ooh. Okay,
yeah,
well, maybe he'll PM me before then, and we can talk about it.
Any type of insight would be great. Racquel, we are not here to talk about tattoos. You presented an idea that I was fascinated with. You have a series of examples of cartoons, but for a very particular reason. Tell us why.
Yes, James, I'm turning 30 this year as I shove down everybody's throats because I need people to feel what I feel, which is what's happening. So on my journey of trying to figure out why I am the way I am, I came across this. Cartoons that have awoken me sexually, cartoon characters, animatronic characters. Because you know what? There's a lot of them.
Now, are we talking about like hentai cartoons or pornographic cartoons?
No. Like baby to children's. Like I want to say like infant to age 12 cartoons.
Okay,
that's where we're at.
So children's cartoons.
Children's cartoons. Yeah, some baby stuff in there, but hey, I don't make the rules. I felt what I felt.
Look, and that's all we can do is feel what we feel and honor those feelings to some degree. Now, you've put together a super list of photos.
Yes, I did. I put together a list of 10, not thinking about how complicated it might be. I was just focusing on, the parts of my body.
Racquel, don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll be honest. I was not expecting 10.
Hey, I wasn't either. This is more insane for me.
Yeah, you know what?
I had 10. Yeah. I had to whittle a list down to 10.
Okay,
that should say a lot.
Let's say this. If this was a compilation album, this would be the essential cartoons that cause a sexual awakening.
Yes.
Got
there might be some bonus tracks hidden, but that will come another time.
Yeah, those will be the B-sides later on. Some hidden gems. Okay, so let's bring this first image up, and I'm going to see how many of these I can clock as characters that I remember, maybe fondly or otherwise. Okay.
Perfect. So we're starting with Drew Pickles from Rugrats. He was Angelica's dad, and I think
we have not begun with Drew Pickles from Rugrats. This is
not yet. Who do we have?
This is a dinosaur.
No. He's special. He's for later.
Oh no,
we're counting down.
Oh yeah, but this is what we've got on the screen right now.
Yes. I think I said it in the email, and if I didn't, then wow, I have been the worst guest you have had in maybe this entire time you've been doing the show.
No, I assure you that you aren't.
See, that's upsetting. Let me know if you want.
Yeah, Drew Pickles is now on screen.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah, so we're gonna go backwards. Drew Pickles is a pretty solid depiction of what I'm into now. Not on purpose. It's just like what I like being gaslighted by the most is like men who look like Drew Pickles. So I think I liked him a lot because Angelica's mom was like the boss. She was like, she walked all over him, and I loved that. I remember watching as a kid being like, I want to be like her when I'm older. I want to tell people what to do. But like she was like very cool about it. She wasn't like nagging. It was like she was just in control and in charge, and her hot husband just kind of hung out in the back.
Yeah.
From what I remember. Anyways, we can move on from him.
Okay,
So,
we're moving on to
number 9, TJ Detweiler from Recess. Now, I love this little pudgy man. He's adorable. He looked like what we all looked like before we went through puberty.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like it was that part of my life. I want to say between like maybe age 10, I was like, I wish he looked like people at my school so I can like them and they'll ask me to dance. I think asked me to dance at a dance. It just wasn't something we did. Not to be mistaken.
Now I'm looking at this TJ Detweiler.
Yeah.
And he kind of reminds me a little bit of young James.
You think?
I think.
Is that young James?
It's a little bit like he's got a couple more pounds on me.
Okay.
TJ Detweiler's got a couple pounds on me, but I'll tell you what, I loved wearing a backwards hat and a green members only jacket. And frankly, I wear a green jacket to this day. I'm cooler than this guy by far.
I believe it. That's the thing. TJ Detweiler at that time in my life spoke to me because he was so cool. He did pranks. He didn't listen. He didn't care what anyone said. His catchphrase was tender. And guess what, James? I was feeling tender. That's disgusting. I was 10 years old. I thought about it. And I'm usually very confident when I want to deliver something awful. I couldn't even do that.
Here's the thing, though. You were a kid. He was a kid. He was a cartoon. You're fine.
Yeah. No, it was fine. He did it for me. Let's move on. Let's go to number 8. Tino Tonatini from The Weekenders. This was back when I liked Italian men. Now I hate him.
Wait,
I'm Italian, so I can say
is
that.
Italian?
Yes, he is Italian. And here's the thing. This is when I started discovering like what people's voices sounded like and what people's voices like did to me, if you know what I'm talking about. I loved his voice. His voice was like kind of nasally, but he sounded like a quintessential cartoon. Like this man probably voices every lead in American cartoons, but I loved it. It was like kind of raspy and he was kind of cool and he sounded like, I'm Tino Tonatini. I didn't do that any justice.
This character looks more like a cartoon adaptation of 1995, 1996 Nick Carter.
And before Nick Carter turned into a piece of shit, Nick Carter was my favorite Backstreet Boy. I definitely had a type in my celebrity crushes. I'm going to call him a celebrity crush. I don't know about
this guy. His head is shaped a little bit like a chicken McNugget.
And so subconsciously, I bet today, because to this day, I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh, he's cute. And I think the chicken nugget aspect is playing into that.
Kids love chicken McNuggets. Kids love them.
Adults love them. Yeah.
I wish I could buy some. Unfortunately, I'm under curfew. We'll move on.
You can't order. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Sorry. That's upsetting. Number 7, Johnny Bravo from the show Johnny Bravo. This is when I discovered like men with muscles and big chests. And I was like, holy, I like this. So here's the thing. I don't remember anything about this cartoon at all.
Yeah.
I just remembered how he made me feel. I know he wasn't supposed to be super likable, but like, I found him likable. Look at that chest.
He's a beefcake.
Yeah, I want to I don't know. I feel like this never happens anymore or ever, but like, you know, when like gym rats are like, punch me, come on, like, feel how hard I am. And you should like punch him. I just spit everywhere because I'm getting riled up.
I was riled up off the top of the show. You're riled up now. It's fine.
But I'm riled up in like a horny way. You sounded angry.
Yeah, I would say that I was generally happy, but we'll move on.
Oh. Where are we? 6.
Yeah.
We're doing Sonic the Hedgehog. Now.
What?
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think it's because he was like fast and I liked his I don't know. I couldn't tell you anything about the show. I couldn't tell you a single thing about the show. I just liked how fast he was. Yeah. And like he was blue and that was like a very masculine thing. I think for me that I glommed onto him, like, oh, whoa, he's fast and he's cool and he sounds like this. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And also he didn't look like a hedgehog, which was nice. He had like legs and arms. So
he's got some fancy shoes.
He does. He just seemed cool. I liked cartoon characters who just looked cool. I don't know why.
This is the type of character that would if he were to ask you out on a date, Racquel, he would ask if you want to go get a Monster energy drink with him.
I'd say yes.
Yeah.
I'd say yes. I would absolutely, without a doubt, do that.
Great.
Okay. This one, maybe I should explain a little bit. I got Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Sure.
I liked him because he just didn't care. I think like a linear thread throughout all of these dudes is like they just didn't care. They were reckless.
Alvin has a bit of that same type of mischievous characteristic as TJ Detweiler, I would say. They share the same hat.
Yes. Yes, they do. They must. TJ Detweiler is like a reincarnation of Alvin from Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, they have similarities. So this is the second animal that has appeared on the list.
Yeah. So I don't really have an explanation for that yet. I did set up an appointment with my therapist to really go over these things, just to be like, let's really pinpoint what's happening here.
That's very responsible. Very responsible.
But it didn't really feel like I didn't consider them animals when I was watching back in the day. I just liked the energy, if that makes any sense.
No, it does. It does. There's something very scampy about him.
Yeah, he just has an A. Like, we know who you are, but he's like, I don't care. Has a big A on his chest, his dress. I don't even know, a tunic. What is this?
It seems like an oversized turtleneck.
God, I wish men would wear those to this day.
They might after this segment, Racquel. They might hear this and go, I got to win over Belmonte. Let me find a gigantic long turtleneck.
Anybody who does that is an idiot, but I will respect it and I'll take it.
Yeah, there's one guy that comes to mind. Let's continue.
Who? What?
Someone who might go to the lengths to find a long turtleneck, but we'll move on.
Sweet. Oh man. Now this guy, I'm still attracted to him, and I don't know how old he is, so maybe I shouldn't have said that as an adult woman. But Raphael from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles did it for me. Like, this was like, I'm positive that I had thought about, like, can girls have sex with cartoon turtles?
Yeah.
Like Teenage Mutant Ninja. Like, I have thought about that when I was a kid. And if I find out he's 19 or older, then I'll think about it again. But he's hot.
He was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah. So when I was, let's stick with when I was younger. Yeah. And the color red is just sexy. I don't know. I'm looking at this now and I'm getting kind of excited. I'm going
to tell you something.
Move on. Okay.
Raphael is also my favorite Ninja Turtle.
Really? Oh, cool. But you're not attracted to him in any way.
No, there was no attraction at all. But I feel like I share some characteristics with him. I feel connected to Raphael. Attracted? Not really.
What are the characteristics? Like,
moody.
Oh, yeah. See, that's what I liked about him too.
We're both equally muscular, and we wear leather belts.
That leather belt.
Yeah, there's something to be said about a man who wears a belt and nothing, knee pads and elbow pads and nothing else.
He just looks thick. Like, look at his thighs. They're just thick. Like, I can hug them and they still like.
He loves pizza. He loves pizza.
I love pizza.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's move on because bananas and pajamas. This is when some thoughts started occurring. I always thought they were attractive, and I used to have bananas and pajamas toys, but like I have this fantasy, and this is going to be really gross to say, but I have this fantasy where like I complete intercourse with twin boys. That's my dream.
Hold on.
Let's have a threesome.
Hold on.
I was trying to be polite.
No, hold on. We have to examine this. Now, when you say twin boys,
No, man, twin men,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
I assumed that you knew that, but I want you to keep your future work opportunities.
And I thank you for looking out for my career.
Mhm.
Someone has to. This is probably not a good look for being on a children's TV show, but
Yeah,
I
but
get
there's,
weird
I'll tell you what,
DMs about.
there's no kids watching this. So to confirm, you would like to enjoy the
Have a
company of twin men.
in a sex way. I would love to
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
threesome with twins, and I think it started from the bananas in pajamas thing.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive that's why I want to do that. That's actually how I started thinking about this list. I'll be honest with you. I was like, I want to
Okay.
have a threesome with twin men.
Twin men,
Big
yes.
twin men.
I tell you what,
Um,
Racquel, I'm going to write a note down now. We're going to find you a couple twins.
Whoa, really?
Yep.
Oh my God. This is
I'll
the
say
nicest
this.
thing
I'll say
anybody's
this.
ever done for me.
Connor has a twin sister. No good?
Maybe. I'd consider it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Number one on the list. Just throw it on there.
Okay.
But if you could find me anything like this,
Yeah.
let's
So
make it
yeah,
happen.
we'll just find you a couple jailbirds who are twins.
And they're British.
Yeah. Okay. So you want
They're
British
very proper
twin men.
British. Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we're almost done. Number two. Do I not have a number two? I do. Oh, it's okay. I used to love Barney growing up.
Okay.
I resonated a lot with Baby Bop. I actually had a Baby Bop theme room when I was a baby, I think. I had it out in a sex way or a crush way, I guess, because I didn't know
Yeah.
what sex was when I was a child or a baby. For BJ. BJ,
Yeah.
and it's the same thing. I think I'm attracted to dudes who wear red caps. Now
Yeah,
that we're
this is
talking
the
about
this
this,
is
I'm
the
learning a
third
lot
red
about
cap.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
And
know what,
like,
Racquel?
yeah.
For many years now, the past 4 years, there's been many men wearing red caps.
They're not talking to me about it. Where are they?
Well, you know,
Where are they?
well, a lot of them are in the States. There's it's a hat with a slogan on it.
Oh no!
I'm
If
telling
BJ,
you.
You know what? BJ
Raquel,
would
you
be
can
a
find
fucking.
twins. You can find the twins wearing red caps.
I don't want it. I don't want it anymore. Oh my God. Can you imagine BJ a Trump supporter? I can. This is terrifying.
I think Detweiler's a Trump supporter. I think this
No.
BJ is a Trump supporter. Alvin's a Trump supporter.
I could see Alvin starting out as a Trump supporter and then people being like, yo, not okay. And then he was like, yeah, you're right. Kind of like what 50 Cent did. And
Yeah.
Chelsea Handler was like, no. And he was like, you're right. And then he converted.
I'm going to tell you
Not
what,
being a
you
Trump
started
supporter.
talking about current pop culture, and my
Yes.
brain went away to a faraway land. But
I'm
I'll
so
tell you
sorry.
this. I'll tell you this.
Okay.
I am certain that we can find you some MAGA men.
I don't want that. Now
Yeah,
I feel gross. Now I have a lot to think about. Do I like assholes? Am I attracted to racists? Am I attracted to just trash? Is that
Yeah,
what's happening?
You went from wanting to be with twin boys to trash. You're going to the toilet for your boy toys.
This is so much more helpful than it would have been to talk in therapy. And I think I'm going to cancel my appointment because this is doing wonders.
Look, I try to help.
Oh, I feel disgusting.
Don't
I
feel
forgot.
disgusting. I mean, look, if it's at this point that you're starting to feel disgusting, there's more to uncover with that.
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll save that for another time.
Yeah.
Because I'm really excited to show you number one.
Yeah, I have a suspicion we may have already seen it, but
Robbie Sinclair was my first crush ever.
yeah.
Ever.
This is your first crush?
Like, BJ was whatever. I was like, yeah, I'd hit it. But Robbie was like, I was attracted to him. My
Okay, go on.
Nona or my grandma used to have these dinosaurs toys from the show Dinosaurs.
Sure.
And there was a Robbie one, and I would fight to be Robbie. Like, I wanted Robbie. So bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
So I don't want to put you in a difficult position here, but I have to take a bit of umbrage with your final two picks as they were not cartoons.
But they weren't humans. I don't know. They don't quite classify as.
Yeah, this BJ, which is, why did they name it that? Is it kind of it's more of a mascot costume, and the dinosaurs is more live action.
Yeah.
Which, if anything, hold on, it makes it more feasible.
Oh, so you agree? Like that they should have been on this list.
Well, if you're calling it a cartoon list, probably not. But look, I'm not one of these anger nerds who's going to come out and say this was false advertising because the last 2 picks were not cartoons. That's not me. That's not my style.
Okay.
But I do think that it's great that your last 2 were tangible beings. So on some level, in some way, you might be able to find someone who can go to the lengths to play out this fantasy by way of spending the money on the costume.
Oh my God.
So what are you going to do? Find a giant turtle? Come on now. You're better than that.
Thank you for saying that. That's really nice.
You're welcome.
That's really kind. Thank you. Huh. Well, I've got a lot to think about. I've got a lot to consider. And I've got a lot to delete off my phone. So it's all pictures of these characters.
Look, you're going to want that phone memory, because if you're checking your instant messages, there's going to be something else that occupies the space that those photos left.
Ooh. I should have thought about this whole bit a lot more thoroughly before.
It'll be fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay. Do you have any questions, concerns about my interest in cartoon men?
No, I think that you're really brave
to come out and admit that I wanted to fuck cartoon characters when I was a child.
Okay, well, Racquel, I'm gonna have to put you on the swear jar list.
Whoa, really?
It's fine. You owe the show $2 now.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Now you owe the show $4. Okay.
Damn it. Okay.
$4. Damn it. It's fine. That's okay. But you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to bleep it. We're not going to scrub the episode. But I do want to say I think you're brave for coming on the show. And
thank you.
Frankly, opening yourself up to, possible criticism, but at the same time, weirdos. But I'd like to think that we don't have weirdos that watch this show. I'm amazed that we have people that watch this show.
You never know. I feel like 1 in 3 people are weirdos and have cartoon porn hidden in their phones. And not just hentai. That's not what I mean, like that porn. I mean like Rule 34 porn.
Rule 34? What does that mean? I'm scared.
Oh no, you guys don't know Rule 34? Oh, I'm about to blow your mind and ruin your life. Rule 34 is basically a website where, like, if it is a cartoon, it exists in the porn world. If it exists, there's porn of it. That's what it is.
All right. So people with a particular fetish might have been enlightened in this moment, and they can go enjoy their time.
Yeah. So like, if there's like a TV show or cartoon that like you watched as a child, there's definitely porn of it, and you should look at it. And I kind of want to send it to you, but then I'd be that 1 in 3 people who has cartoon porn on their phone.
You could send it to me. And I'd say, you know what? I still like Racquel, but I would look at the invitation for that website, and I would say it's going to be a no for me, dog.
Yeah. Well, I respect boundaries, and you said you didn't like getting saucy messages, so.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know if it's, I don't want to open them up in a bad place. I don't want to be on the, public transportation inside of a restaurant. It overwhelms me, this whole culture of erotic direct messages.
Yeah, gross.
You know what?
I'll send you a little something.
Oh, no judgment. There's no judgment.
You should, but okay.
Racquel, I'm going to do what I can to help fulfill your wish by finding you 2 twins. And I want you to just, before I let you go, reconsider excluding the MAGA guys, because we can find them like that. I
don't want them. I want them all to die, but I don't want them as sex friends.
I want them all to die. Sex friends. Okay. Yeah. That feels like a good place to end things on.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoy your dinner. Let Conor know how the pasta was, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Thank you for having me.
The pleasure is mine. Folks, that's Racquel Belmonte, and that is what I like to call a home run segment. I'm going to say this. We were worried going into this show. We saw 10 pictures. How are we going to get through this? And Racquel, she took on the challenge. She blasted through it, while at the same time leaving no stone unturned, leaving no detail unshared. If anything, she could have kept some of the details to herself. Folks, we are going to be back on Friday, 9 p.m. for so much more, including Dimitri Kierez back on the board. Is he going to be on the show? Is he working tech? I'm going to find out when you find out. Friday right here, twitch.tv/@homewithjames. Let us welcome our final guest. Now, I really pumped this guy's tires at the top of the show. This person has never once appeared on this show. I was doing a bit of research, going into the deep depths of the internet, looking into a couple things when I stumbled upon some information that tickled my fancy, as the kids like to say. I sent this person a message. I'll tell you what, it's very rare that I reach out to strangers, but I did it. I sent this person a DM, and I'll tell you what, it wasn't erotic. I wouldn't even know what to do if that were the case. And if I would have sent this guy an erotic message, this guy would have found a way to beat me up over the internet. I want you to welcome, for the first time ever, coming to us by way of New York City, now a resident of Montreal, Mike D'Amico. Mike, welcome to the show for the first time.
Hey, James, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited to meet you for the first time.
It's nice to meet you too.
Now, for people who don't know you, would you like to do the honors, or would you like for me to do the honors?
Do the honors of what?
Well, telling people who you are, but more specifically, what you are and where you come from and who you run with.
Okay, well, you go for it, and I'll fill you in on any mistakes.
The term hero gets thrown around a lot, but you're looking at a hero because this gentleman right here, and I am not using that term loosely or incorrectly, this man is a hero. He is a gentleman. Mike D'Amico is a member of the Guardian Angels. Now, for those of you who don't know
That's right.
what or who the Guardian Angels are, they are a group, a nonprofit group, I say.
We're not for profit at all.
Not for profit, of crime fighters who help keep the streets safe. They help people in desperate times, and their goal and their aim is to use non-violent tactics. Of course, it gets violent sometimes, but these individuals do
Sometimes
not
it
carry
does.
around. It gets, and I'm sure it does. We're going to hear about that.
We don't like it, though.
You don't like it, but if I understand correctly, you never use or carry weapons.
No, I've never owned a weapon in my life. I don't have any knives in my house.
You don't even use knives.
Don't even use knives at home.
What do you do if you have, I mean, look, I know that we're not here to talk about your eating habits, but let's say you're eating a steak. What do you do?
I use my teeth.
Well, okay, well, what about if you're making a soup and you got to chop up vegetables?
Your teeth again.
What about carving a pumpkin?
I use my teeth.
You use your teeth to carve a pumpkin?
If it requires that, then I do, yeah. That's what I do.
All right, so you're telling me, and everyone
no
right
weapons.
now,
Never use weapons.
You carve a pumpkin with your teeth?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's.
I made a pumpkin into a snowman last year at Halloween. A little holiday bender.
What did you do? You just stacked 3 pumpkins on each other?
Yeah, that's right. And then
So
I
no
made a
carving.
carrot and I stuck it on the front of the nose.
All right, so you use the carrot as a nose. And
Anyway, we're way off the rails right now.
Yeah, we're getting off the rails here, and it's because I'm nervous. I'm a big fan of the Guardian Angels. I think that they do, frankly, God's work. What are you having to drink there?
I only drink water.
Only water. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are clean as a whistle. So let's go back to your origin stories. How did you find yourself as a member of the Guardians?
Well, New York's a rough city,
Yeah.
And there's a lot of crime that goes down. And one time I was on the metro and I was just a kid. We call it the subway, but I know in Montreal you call it the metro.
Yep.
And you also have a at the grocery store called Metro.
Yeah, we also have restaurants called Subway.
It's weird, man.
It's so weird.
It's freaking weird.
It's crazy, man. That
It's
is crazy.
It's crazy what you got going on.
That
in
is
city.
crazy, man.
Yeah. Anyway, and I witnessed a mugging, except it was averted by a man wearing a red beret, much like the beret that I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
And I asked, hey, what's your deal? And he said, I'm a guardian angel, kid.
Mhm.
And then he flicked me a quarter. And
So the guardian angel gave you a quarter?
yeah, he
Do
said,
what?
keep the change, you filthy animal.
Wait, so the guardian angel verbally abused you?
No, he was joking. It was he.
Oh, okay,
he
it was a
gave me
joke.
the
I
elbow
understand, yeah.
Afterwards, it's
Yeah.
New York, you know.
Right. Well, so
And
so
then
how did
I decided, well, I was going to walk in his footsteps.
Okay, so you followed in the footsteps of that guardian angel and the founder of the group, Curtis Sliwa.
That's right.
Now, when did you officially become a member of the Angels?
About 10 years ago.
So you've only been a member for 10. So you joined in 2000 and
I'm a midway member.
okay. So I have to ask. I noticed that some of your colleagues, if I can call them that,
These are my colleagues. These are my boys.
They're your boys. Okay,
Yeah.
they're wearing a pretty nice red jacket, but you're wearing a leather jacket. Is that getting the jacket? Is that part of the process?
It's because I'm a leader of this gang.
A gang?
Well, a gang of people, like
I
you
understand.
would call a flock of seagulls or a murder of crows.
Okay,
it's
so
a gang of guardian angels.
okay, so but again, they have
But
a
we're
red
not a
jacket.
gang. We're not a
If they
gang.
have a
Much like Subway, where you are, you eat at, but you could also
Yeah.
ride.
right. Okay, but again, they're wearing red jackets and you're wearing a leather jacket.
Yeah, this is when you climb the ranks.
All right. So you said yes to the question that I asked.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so I understand that you have found your way to Montreal now. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, so to give you a little rundown of what we do in New York first, and then I'll talk about our new Montreal branch, which is why I have this jacket. In New York, we go around the subway and we look for crime. So if there's crimes happening, we bust it up. You know.
And what kind of crimes?
All sorts of stuff, man. There's all sorts of crazy stuff that happens in New York. You know.
Well, so what's the craziest thing you've ever seen?
I once saw a guy steal the pacifier from a baby.
That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I grabbed it back from him, and he wanted to get up in my gears, you know, and I said, hey, easy, fella. And I gave the pacifier back to the baby, and I slapped the guy in his butt, and he walked away on his merry way.
Okay, so first of all, I think it's really, really brave of you to stand up to that type of just a degenerate, right?
Oh, a scumbag.
Scumbag. But I'm curious, you said
Scallywag.
that you smacked him on his behind?
Yeah. I said, go on, get.
But it sounds like you diffused the situation without violence, but then to rub it in, you touched him inappropriately.
No, it was like you know when like you're on a soccer team, and your coach says Mike, get in there, and he taps you on the butt.
Okay, so it was an approving tap to the bottom.
It was an approving tap.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's totally fine.
Okay, so you've seen stuff like that, and you
All
mentioned
sorts of stuff. And
there's
then
a new-
sometimes people act out. You know, people act violent.
in what way?
Well, you know, some of these are criminals, you know, James, and they have weapons, and of course we don't carry any weapons. So sometimes we got to show off our muscles to diffuse the situation.
Oh, so that's how you diffuse a situation. You impose yourself physically by showing your muscles.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, would you care to show us them right now? Oh, I meant maybe without the coat.
Oh no! In the real life simulation, I'd be wearing the coat.
Oh,
Check this out.
you know what? Yeah, I would say that the coat really helps you. It makes you look bigger, I think. That's
Yeah,
great.
exactly.
I think that's great.
Exactly.
Now, what you mentioned, there's a Montreal chapter that's opening.
Yeah,
What
so
brought
apparently
you here?
crime's
Why
been
are you the guy?
skyrocketing in Montreal. That's according to my big boss, who you mentioned before. You know, so he wanted to start up a Montreal branch, and he came to me to spearhead the operation.
Okay, so how did that conversation go?
He said, "Mike, I want you to take some of the Guardians, and I want you to go to Montreal."
He said it like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
and so I put my beret on. I grabbed 6 of my best men, 7, 8,
Yeah.
8 of my best guys plus me. That's 9, and we headed up north past the border, and now we're in the metros of Montreal, keeping them
Which,
safe.
yeah, are you in the metro right now?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're able to break curfew?
Well, we don't play by anybody's rules but our own. You know, sometimes the cops they don't like our presence, but the citizens, they like us.
Well, yeah, that's very well documented that sometimes it can be a bit of a contentious relationship between you and
Because we're
local
vigilantes.
authorities. Right. Yeah. So, how has the transition from New York to Montreal been for you?
Well, you know, have to get used to a whole new subway system.
Well, I'd say that this one is a little less complicated than New York's. Most certainly, you'd agree.
Well, it's a metro here.
Right. Yeah, like the grocery store.
Well, that threw us for a loop for a while.
What do you move? So, what, you were going to the grocery store first?
We went to the grocery store, started roughing people up at the grocery store. 'Cause
Wait,
we thought
what?
they
So
were
wait,
stealing apples.
So you thought that people that were touching the apples and shopping were trying to shoplift the apples?
At first, yeah, because our wires were crossed, James.
Yeah.
We were confused, you know, and then we somebody said, "Hey, what? You all right?"
Yeah. I'm just
No, that's
taking
what
it all
somebody
in.
said to us.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah. And we said, "Oh, we're just confused." So then they said, "Oh, the subway." Well, we said, "Where's the subway?" And they said,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's a metro here." And we said, "Well, I'm in the metro." And then
Okay,
they
so-
sent us to, and they said, "No, there's 2 kinds of metros." So we went to
Yeah.
the actual metro.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd gone to the restaurant instead.
There's a restaurant metro.
No, I thought excuse me, the restaurant Subway.
Oh, no, we got subways back in New York.
Imagine that if there was the Metro transit system, the Metro store, and the Metro restaurant.
I don't even want to think about that. It's
Yeah,
too confusing.
your wires would get crossed
My
again.
wires would I'd short circuit.
Yeah. Now, okay, so you have a very difficult job on your hands. You're dealing with people that are unruly and unfiltered. Have you ever found
Scum.
yourself in a situation that was too much for you to handle?
Oh yeah, bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
Once there was a guy on the subway back in New York, not at the restaurant in Montreal,
Yeah.
and he had a gun. And I said, "Hey, buddy, put that away." And then he shot me in the chest.
You were shot.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, thank God you lived to survive. I'm really, really thankful to hear that.
Yeah, I missed my heart by this much.
That much?
Yeah. Can you imagine? What if it hit my heart?
Well, you wouldn't be here talking to me.
Well, you never know.
What do you mean you never know?
I could have survived if it hit my heart.
Right. So you're
It
saying
just
that
would have been worse.
you think there's a possibility that you would survive a direct gunshot to the heart?
It's possible.
I suppose it's possible. I wonder
Why wouldn't it be
what-
possible?
what the percentages of that are.
I don't know.
All right. Well, I guess in that instance, when you didn't really have an
But it
opportunity.
didn't hit me in the heart, James.
Yeah, I understand that, but he did
This
did
close.
hit you, and I guess you in that moment you didn't have an opportunity to tap him on the rear end.
No, I couldn't tap him on the rear end, although I tried. I only touched his ankle.
Wait, hold on. This guy shot you in the chest, and your last act before being rushed to a hospital was you tried to tap him on the rear end.
Yeah, I wanted to tell him, go on, get out of here.
So you only got
I
you only got his ankle. Yeah.
But
Now-
he got out. He got the message. He left.
Now, when I was asking that, it was truthfully a little facetiously. Are you to tell me that every time you defuse a situation, you tap a would-be assailant on the rear end?
Most times, yeah. Well, let me
Okay.
think about it. No, it's been every time.
But doesn't that ever like cause a bigger stir? Doesn't that ever like it sounds like you diffuse it, you tap them on the rear end, doesn't that ever trigger them?
Why? Because they had a gun?
No, I mean, so let's take this from step one. There's a situation, you defuse it, and then you tap them on the rear end approvingly.
Sounds good so far, yeah.
Doesn't that ever upset them to the point that they are then re-angered?
No, I've already calmed them down at that point.
No, but I'm asking you tapping
Who is
someone
this
on the
guy?
hold on.
Okay,
You
sorry.
tapping someone, you're just saying everyone accepts the tap on the rear end in a positive way.
Yeah.
You've never had a situation where someone got tapped on the rear end and they turned around and were not
No, because
angry.
I've already diffused the situation.
So you're saying that because you diffuse a situation, it cannot be refused.
It's impossible for it to be refused once it's been defused, James.
I'm going to tell you something that I would assume that someone getting tapped on the rear end would upset them if they weren't expecting it.
James, have you ever tapped someone on the rear end?
Yeah, I would say I have. Yes,
And
I
has it
have.
upset them? Have you ever upset somebody by tapping them on the rear end?
The
You
answer is-
personally.
Personally, the answer is no. But
Exactly.
But hold on, the situation is different. When I'm tapping someone on the rear end,
Oh, you
it's
can
not-
do it, but I can't do it.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that when I'm doing it to a friend or something like that, perhaps in a
Okay.
locker room, hold on now, it's not, the situation didn't begin with anger or violence. So the vibe was already positive. You're going from a negative vibe to a tap on the rear
No,
end.
I'm not. I'm going from a positive vibe because the situation's already been diffused.
Okay, so it goes to a full positive situation. So when you tap them on the rear end,
They
could
go
never
on and they
be,
get going.
okay, so they could never be angry because things are so positive. It's basically, I
Are
think
you
I'm
guys
finally,
hearing this guy?
okay, hold on. Look,
I feel like I'm losing my goddamn mind over here.
I don't want to cross your wires here.
Okay, well, they're starting to cross.
I'm saying that I brought you on because I want to better understand the guardian angels. So
Okay.
I understand correctly. So in my situation, the vibes,
You got
anytime
a
I've
situation going on?
hold on.
Okay.
I want you to say yes or no, and then first I want to apologize because I certainly don't want
Okay.
to draw your ire.
It's okay.
When I've tapped someone on the rear end, things are so positive that they wouldn't get upset. Now,
Right.
when you tap someone on the rear end, what has happened before was volatile. You diffuse it and it's positive. So
That's right.
tapping them on the rear end, your positive situation is the exact same as mine, where it would never cause anger to tap someone on the rear end.
You got it.
Awesome. I'm really now I really apologize for causing that confusion.
It's okay. I apologize for getting a little heated.
Look, you
It's
have
just I'm in so many stressful situations, me and the boys back here, you know?
of course, and I'm curious to know.
We were at
since
Namur today.
you were at Nemur, okay, which is a fairly calm metro station.
Well, not today.
What happened?
Oh, I gotta get into it now?
Well, you don't have to, but I think it would be I'm curious to know.
Okay. Okay. Well, there was this old man, and he was using a walker.
A what?
And a walker.
Oh, okay.
And this guy came up to him and stole his walker.
Mm-hmm. That's awful. That's just awful.
Awful. So I will go up to the guy. I say, "What are you doing?" And then I went, you know?
Yeah.
And turns out he was his grandson, and he was helping him out. But could have been bad. So I tapped both of them on their rear ends.
Right. Because it was
Right.
positive.
Because at that point it was positive,
Yeah.
and everything was okay.
Okay, so is that the most?
So I got itchy armpits.
Yeah. From what?
I got a skin infection.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
When you spend a lot of time in the underworld, things can get a little gnarly.
Yeah. That makes sense, right? You're in the metro. It's hot there. You're wearing that leather jacket.
Yeah, there's ringworm everywhere. in the
Oh, you
metro.
got ringworm too?
Yeah, ringworm strong.
I got ringworm. You know about the hashtag?
Know about it.
I started that hashtag. That was me.
Oh wow, I made all the way to New York.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Mike, I have to ask, is that situation that you dealt with the old man and his grandson, was that the most dicey situation you've been in so far?
In Montreal?
Yeah.
No, we got into a couple of fights with some squeegee punks.
Oh, okay. They were acting unruly, I assume.
Yeah, they kept telling the metro driver to stop, and they were squeegeeing the front of the metro,
So now, traditionally, you
asking
see,
for change from the metro driver. And I said, "You're gonna get yourself killed."
yeah, you see squeegee practitioners trying to clean cars. You were saying they were trying to hail down the metro to clean the windows of the metro.
Yeah. So
It sounds like you really, you set them straight.
I flipped them a quarter. I
Oh,
said, "Keep the change, you filthy animals," and they were filthy. But I wouldn't call them animals.
right. Now, any part of you, as we begin to wind down, do you feel that you might inspire those young people the way that you were inspired all those years ago?
I never thought of it that way. But I suppose I just might.
They might follow in your footsteps in the same way that you followed in many of the other angels' footsteps.
Well, maybe a couple years from now, you're gonna have a Metro Squeegee kid on your show talking about being a guardian angel.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, they're preemptively invited. Mike D'Amico, before we let you go, any last words?
Nah.
All right. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here. I want to welcome you officially to Montreal, and I want to
Hey, thanks.
also tell you how much I and the other people who live in the city appreciate the things that you do to contribute nothing but positivity to this city.
All right. You take care of yourself.
Thank you very
Hey, and
much.
if you ever get in trouble on the metro and see one of us, ask for help.
I already feel safer.
All right.
That's Mike D'Amico, one of the members of the Guardian Angels, who is now fronting the Montreal branch of the Guardian Angels. Guys, this is our show tonight, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm very happy with the way things turned out. Sometimes, things are kooky and crazy and frankly crumbelievable. But tonight was a night that really has set a standard for what at home can be. It has set a standard for what this show is and what it will continue to be. And we couldn't do it without you, the lovely audience, watching and supporting as much as you do on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Speaking of Friday, as mentioned, we will be back at 9 p.m. in just a couple days. Until then, I want to thank Mike D'Amico. I want to thank Racquel Belmonte. I want to thank Conor Rose. Conor, we're coming to get you, buddy. I want to thank Jesus. Folks, I am James. You are you. We are here. Good night. Goodbye. Farewell. And of course, be well.